Good afternoon. How is everybody doing today? It's been a long time since I did a live lesson. Sorry for my absence, but I'm back. I'm back with a live lesson today, and we're going to do something a little bit different in today's lesson. First of all, I am using a new camera today as well, so I'm actually, hoping this camera creates a better quality for the live lesson. But because it's a new setup, my computer is down here. So if I keep looking down, I apologize. It's because I'm going to be typing like I usually do during our live lessons. But I'll try to make sure I keep looking at the camera and looking at all of you. It is Sunday today. It is March 24th. It is 11:15 a.m. It's a cloudy and cold day here in Tokyo. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I hope it's probably a Saturday or a Sunday for you if you're watching live. If you're watching on the replay, then I don't know what day it is. But regardless, I hope you're having a great day. Today was kind of a last-minute decision to do a live. I was planning to get back onto my live lesson schedule from the beginning of the week, starting from tomorrow, but I thought, let's do a lesson today. Let's do a new type of lesson. Today's lesson is going to be a find the mistakes type of lesson. So what I'll do is I will put the lesson on the screen like I always do. And you will have, I think, about 20 questions I've made, 20 sentences. And in each of these sentences, there is a mistake. So your job will be to find the mistake and to correct it. All right, so you're going to find the mistake and correct it. So each of these sentences will be testing you on different types of grammar. So if you really want to improve your grammar, then this is the live lesson for you. We'll be going over things like subject and verb agreement, verb tenses, prepositions. So a lot of things will be covered in today's live lesson. It's going to be a shorter lesson as well, but I hope you guys enjoy it. As always, I'll put the lesson onto the screen like that. And the lesson is titled Find the Mistakes. Find the Mistakes. So it's a grammar lesson. I'll do the first couple with you, and after that, I'll let you guys try on your own. Kaz, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you today? Good to see you again. All right, so let's look at the very first one here. And I'm going to try to zoom this in a little bit more so you can see it. All right, we're going to focus just on the first one. The first one says she don't like going to the store on Fridays. She don't like going to the store on Fridays. So there is a mistake in this sentence. So I'd like you to find the mistake. All right, so in this one here, I'm just going to be looking at my computer as well here. Basically, the mistake is going to be right here. Don't. The verb doesn't match the subject. Because we are using the subject she, then we need to change this verb. It needs to become doesn't. All right, so whenever you're having the subject she, he, or it, then we must use doesn't. If you're saying I, you, we, they, then you could say don't. But again, when we're using the subjects she, he, it, please use the verb doesn't or does if it's a positive sentence. So the sentence should read, she doesn't like going to the store on Fridays. She doesn't like going to the store on Fridays. Okay, so like I said, I'll be doing the first ones with you. And then I'll give you guys a chance to do it. Let's look at here. Number 2, I'm going to make this screen a little bit bigger so you can see. All right, so I'll leave number 1 on the screen so you can still look at it if you're falling a little bit behind. Number 2 says, my brother, along with his friends, is going to the party. Now, I'm going to add one more wrinkle into today's lesson. I said that each of these sentences has a mistake, but actually, some of them might be correct. Some of them might be correct. If it's correct, then you can just put correct in the comment section. But if you feel it's incorrect, then tell me how you would fix the mistake. So number 2 says, my brother, along with his friends, is going to the party. Now, this is a subject and verb mistake here, a subject and verb mistake. So here, basically what we're going to have is we have 2 subjects, and let's underline the subjects for everybody here. We've got my brother, and then we've got his friends. Now, whenever you're writing a sentence, whenever you're taking a grammar test, the subject, which is nearest to the verb, the subject here is the verb is going. This is our verb. So we've got 2 subjects, brother and friends. Brother and friends. Now, is matching my brother. My brother is going to the party. But whenever we are making a sentence in English, we must match the verb to the closest subject. So here, the subject is friends. Friends. So this is more than one person. So friends would be they. They. So it's more than one person. So in that situation, this verb is incorrect. It must be are. It must be are. Right? So my brother, along with his friends, are going to the party. My brother, along with his friends, are going to the party. All right, so please match the subject or match the verb with the nearest subject. Okay, so that's a really good point to remember whenever you're writing English, whenever you're speaking English. Make sure that it's the subject that's nearest to the verb. Okay, so let's look here. Number 3. Number 3, it says, they was playing soccer in the park yesterday. They was playing soccer in the park yesterday. What is the mistake in this sentence? All right, so if you know the mistake, leave it in the comment section. If you're watching on the replay, you can also leave it in the comment section. All right, so they was playing soccer in the park yesterday. And also, anybody who's watching live or on the replay, let me know if the camera quality is better with this new camera that I'm using. All right, so right here, we've got they was. All right, so we've got a simple subject and verb disagreement mistake again. So they and was do not match. We have to make sure they're matching. So they were playing soccer in the park yesterday. So this will change to were. They were playing soccer in the park yesterday. Okay. we can, if you want to say was, and I'll put up a little note here. Like I said before, it's going to be she, he, it. All of these can use was. Right? If you're using they, I, we, you, it's going to be were. But she, he, it is was. And then the rest of the subjects we will use were. Okay, so make sure you remember that. All right, next, we've got each of the students need to bring their own books to class. Each of the students need to bring their own books to class. All right, so if there is a mistake, please tell me the mistake. If there's no mistake, you can say, yeah, there's no mistake. This is a tricky one. You know, our subject is going to be, if we look right here, let's try to underline it, each of the students. Now, a lot of people here are going to be using matching students with need. Right? So we think, oh, this is correct. This is a correct sentence. But the entire subject is each of the students. It's not only students. The whole subject is each of the students. And if we're looking at each equals a singular noun. Singular means only one. Only one. Right? So that could be it or he or she. It's a singular noun. So we have to change the need to needs. Right? So here, need is incorrect. We need to put needs in that situation. All right, each is a singular noun, singular subject. So maybe we'll change that. We'll make that into a subject, singular subject. So need becomes need. So each of the students needs to bring their own books to class. Good morning, Supergirl. Good morning. How are you today? We're doing a new type of lesson today, Supergirl. We're not going to be covering one topic today. It's a find the mistake. It's a grammar lesson today. We're going to be covering lots of different little grammar points. I'll give you a sentence. The sentence is either correct or incorrect. If it's correct, just say correct in the answer. If it's incorrect, then you say what is wrong and try to fix it. Good morning, Supergirl. All right, let's look at number 5. And today's going to be a very short lesson. So we're not going to be spending an hour in today's lesson. But let's continue. Number 5 says, the cat lays on the sofa all day. The cat lays on the sofa all day. I like this one. This is a difficult one, I think. So what is the answer? Is it correct? Is it incorrect? Fusa, good evening. All right, good morning here from Tokyo. It must be evening where you are. Hello, how are you? I hope you're having a great day. All right, so the cat lays on the sofa all day. Is this correct? Is it incorrect? If it's incorrect, please let me know what the correct sentence would be. All right, so for this one here, this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one. It is incorrect. The key word we're looking at here is lays. This is incorrect. Now, lays, to lay something, I'm going to give you a kind of a difficult explanation here. Lay is a transitive verb. Okay. That's just a fancy grammar name, a transitive verb. Don't worry about remembering that. But all I want you to remember is that lay needs a direct object. Lay needs a direct object. So we need to put lay plus a direct object. So for example, I could say, I laid the keys, and the past tense is sorry. There, I laid the keys on the table. So here, keys is the direct object. So I lay the keys. I lay something. So lay always needs another noun, so an object. So here, the cat lays. There's no direct object. There's no noun. So in that situation, I want to be using the verb lie. Lie is intransitive. That means it doesn't need another object. So here, the cat lies on the sofa all day. Okay. Let's make another sentence with lay. So I always lay my keys on the table. I always lay my keys on the table. So keys, lay plus noun. But lie, we don't need anything. So in this sentence here, lays is incorrect. We want to change it to the word lies. The cat lies on the sofa all day. So that's a very lazy, lazy cat. The cat lies on the sofa all day. All right, so please remember that. Whenever you're using the verb lay or lie, lay needs another noun. It needs an object. So I'm going to lay this candy on the table. All right, but lie, I don't need anything. Okay, if you have any questions about any of these sentences, about any of the grammar we're covering today, just make sure you ask me in the comment section either now or later, whenever you want. Let's look at number 6. It says, we have went to the beach last weekend. We have went to the beach last weekend. Is this correct? Is it incorrect? Please let me know your answer. And in the meantime, YFS, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you today? I hope you're having a great day. All right, so number 6, it says, we have went to the beach last weekend. Is this correct? Is it incorrect? So Supergirl says incorrect. That is correct. You are correct. It is incorrect. What's incorrect, though? What is incorrect? YFS, incorrect. Yes. What is incorrect? What is the mistake in this sentence? So find the mistake. And remember, everybody, I apologize if I keep looking down. My camera is in a new location. It's kind of eye level with me. But in order to check everybody's answers and to look at the lesson, I need to look at my computer. Supergirl says, we went to the beach last weekend. We went to the beach last weekend. That is correct. So we just remove have. We went to the beach last weekend. Now, some of you, if you thought that the sentence should be, we have gone to the beach last weekend, This sentence is also incorrect. This is also incorrect. The reason why we don't use present perfect is because of last weekend. Whenever we are talking about a specific point in the past, so we're talking about one point in the past, we always use past tense. We never use the present perfect. So the correct answer, as Supergirl has said, is we went to the beach last weekend. All right, so let's move to number 7. Let's move to number 7. It says, he don't have no idea what to do next. He don't have no idea what to do next. Is it correct? Is it incorrect? If it's incorrect, what is the fix? How do you fix this sentence? All right, so Supergirl, you've put the word doesn't in there. Yeah, so that's the first thing right here. We noticed that don't doesn't match the subject. So as we had earlier in an earlier sentence, whenever you've got he, she, and it, we're always going to be using doesn't. All right, so this, you're right. This should be doesn't. This should be doesn't. So yes, YFS, perfect. Incorrect. You are right. It is incorrect. And there you go, YFS. You've actually included another mistake. He doesn't have any idea what to do next. Perfect. So he doesn't have no idea is also incorrect. This word must change. And in this situation, whenever we have a negative sentence, we will always use the word any. Any is the word we use, not no. He doesn't have any idea what to do next. Now, if you're writing a grammar test, if you're taking a grammar test, this is the perfect answer. In spoken English, so if we don't kind of worry about grammar too much, a lot of people will say this: he has no idea. He has no idea what to do next. That would also be okay. He has no idea what to do next. Okay, perfect. Good job. So number 8 is also on the screen. It says, she don't enjoys eating vegetables. She don't enjoys eating vegetables. Correct, incorrect? What is the correct? So she don't enjoys eating vegetables. All right, so YFS will say incorrect. All right, so what's the fix? Fix the mistake. Or there could be more than one mistake. And in this situation, there is more than one mistake. So like we said, right here, we can see it. She doesn't. So this must be doesn't. Right, so we're going to put doesn't here. It cannot be don't. Now, after you use the word doesn't, or even after you use the word don't, the next verb is going to be the regular verb. So it's kind of the infinitive verb. We don't change it. All right, so there's not going to be any S. There's no ing. It's not past tense. So we need to remove the S. So don't, doesn't enjoy would be my answer. And YFS, you answered that perfectly right here. But it seems like I can't put your, there we go. Perfect. She doesn't enjoy eating any vegetables. Oh, also you added the word any. Any as well. That is also great, YFS. Perfect. Okay, let's move to number 9. We'll probably do a few more, and then we'll call it a day. I wanted to test the new camera look. Let me know if it looks different or if it looks the same. If it looks the same, I'll go back to my original setup because it's easier for me to look using the computer's camera. All right, number 9, it says the dog and cat fights over the toy. The dog and cat fights over the toy. What is the correct answer here? Or is it correct? If it's correct, then you can just leave it. Now, I said earlier in one of the sentences was that, you know, if you have two subjects, always use the subject that's closest to the verb, right? So I've got verb, I've got my closest subject is cats. But in this situation, the entire subject, the whole subject is going to be the dog and cat, the dog and cat. Because I have the word and, that makes it a complete subject is the dog and cat, not only the cat. So in this situation, the verb fights does not match. We need to remove the S. All right, so the answer here would be the dog and cat fight over the toy. The dog and cat fight over the toy. All right, and Supergirl, the dog and cat fight over the toy. Perfect. YFS, the dog and cat fight over the toy. Perfect. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Let me move it up onto the screen for you. Me and my friends is planning a trip to the mountains. Me and my friends is planning a trip to the mountains. What would be the correct answer for this? What is the correct answer for this one here? If it's incorrect, and this one is incorrect. There are a couple of things I would change for this. There are a couple of things I would change. First of all, we've got our subject, me and my friends. All right, so we need to make sure that our verb is matching, and is does not match. So I need to put are here. All right, so me and my friends are planning a trip to the mountains. In conversation, this would be fine. As long as you change that to are. Me and my friends are planning a trip to the mountains. That's completely fine. But if we're going to follow strict grammar, then because this is me and my friends is the subject of this sentence, we should change we should change me to I. We should change me to I. And whenever we're speaking using two people and including yourself, we like to put yourself last. That's just a little bit more polite when we speak. So, I would say my friends and I are planning a trip to the mountains. My friends and I are planning a trip to the mountains. The big mistake here is the verb. The verb must change to are. Now, if that's the only thing you fix, it's fine. In spoken English, me and my friends are planning a trip is fine. It's completely acceptable. Nobody would think you made a mistake. If you want to speak following sort of strict grammatical rules, and if you want to be a little bit more polite, then we would say my friends and I as the subject. Okay, good job. And YFS had the answer. My friends and I are planning. Oh, to have a trip to the mountains. That's okay. You added the word have. Supergirl, my friends and I are planning a trip to the mountains. Also, perfect. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to do a couple more, but I'm going to skip down and let's do this one and we'll skip down even further to some more difficult ones. So number 11 here says, she's afraid with spiders, so she avoids going into the basement. She's afraid with spiders, so she avoids going into the basement. What is the correct sentence here? Is this correct? Is it not correct? If it's not correct, what is the correct sentence? What is wrong? If it's fine, just put it's fine. So we'll probably do a couple of more here. I wanted to just do sort of a short live lesson today. She's afraid with spiders, so she avoids going into the basement. A lot of people are afraid of spiders. I don't love spiders. I don't love spiders at all. Now here, the mistake is going to be my idiom right here, afraid with. Whenever you're using the verb afraid, so this is actually an adjective, afraid, what we're going to be doing is it always goes with of. Okay, this is a set phrase, that set idiomatic expression, afraid of. So she's afraid of spiders. I'm afraid of bugs. I'm afraid of ghosts. I'm afraid of high places. I'm afraid of heights. So it's always afraid of, never afraid with. Okay, so make sure you remember that. All right, let's move down. Let's do maybe two more, and I'm going to give some homework as well. Let's do one more, and then we'll give you homework. All right, so let's do number 19 together. Number 19 will be done together, and number 20 will be homework. Just let's go back to the other one. She's afraid of spiders, so she avoids going to the basement. Perfect. She's afraid of spiders, so she avoids to go into the basement. Here, I would go, the avoids going, YFS. Avoid is always going to be followed by an ing verb. Okay, so avoids going into the basement. So let's sort of back up to this one here. This is okay. That's correct. She avoids going. That is completely okay. All right, number 19, and I have a comment here. I need to go. I thought you said you were going to finish with a couple more questions. I'm curious about the lesson, but I need to go. No problem. It is one more, and then number 20 is homework, and that's it. But thank you, Supergirl. Have a great day. All right, number 19 says, having finished her work early, the evening was spent relaxing at home. Is this correct? Is it incorrect? This one as well is incorrect. In fact, all of them are incorrect today. All right, all of them are incorrect today. So having finished her work early, that's fine. The mistake, where the mistake happens is here. The second part of the sentence, the second clause, it says, the evening was spent relaxing at home. This kind of lacks clarity. It's very unclear because the evening cannot be the subject of this sentence, because we want to know who spent time relaxing at home. So it's very unclear as who is spending this time. So it's important here that we add a clear subject of who is doing the action. The evening is not doing the action, right? The person who is doing the action is going to be this person here, her. So what I would do to fix this sentence is, having finished her work early, she spent the evening relaxing at home. All right. She spent the evening relaxing at home. Okay, having finished her work early, she spent the evening relaxing at home. All right, so if we don't put the subject she, it's very unclear as who is doing the action. Evening cannot relax, right? Who can relax? It's the person. So she spent the evening relaxing at home. All right, so that was a tricky one. Number 20 is also tricky. Number 20 will be your homework. This will be your homework. The professor insisted on the professor insisted on John and I completing the assignment together. Okay. The professor insisted on John and I completing the assignment together. So it is incorrect. It is incorrect. Please fix the mistake. That is your homework. YFS here. Having finished her work early, she decided to relax at home this evening. Perfect. The other one was having finished her work warm. I think it's supposed to be early. Having finished her work early, she decided to have a relaxing time at home this evening. Yeah, just put a relaxing time. This here, it's going to be a countable noun. Good job, YFS. Okay, so number 20 is for homework. The professor insisted on John and I completing the assignment together. There is a mistake in this sentence. Find the mistake, fix the mistake, leave your answer in the comment section. Also, let me know if the quality of today's video is better than my previous live videos. I am very curious to know that. All right, and I will be back on my regular live lesson schedule this week, barring any kind of emergencies or unforeseen circumstances. But it should be back on my schedule starting from the upcoming week. So it was good to see everybody. Yeah, YFS, I know that was a typo, so no worries. Today is a sort of a different type of lesson today. I'm not focusing on just one grammar point, but I wanted to focus on a lot of different grammar points, kind of the find the mistake. That way you can find and learn a lot of different grammar points in one lesson. All right. If you're watching this on the replay and if you liked today's lesson, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell. So, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All right, guys, see you in the next lesson. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you probably on Thursday. Make sure you check out all my shorts, and I'll be having some new long videos coming out soon as well. All right. See you guys all in the next lesson. See ya. Thank you, YFS.